Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the stories behind photos that I've either taken or someone has taken of me. I'm not sure why people are so interested in these, but people like when I get the stories behind the photos. Some of them are crazy and ridiculous. Some of them are professional. It is what it is. But let's jump into it. This photo. I went to California for the first time ever this January, and specifically Los Angeles. We stayed in Los Angeles, and the Airbnb that we had booked had an orange tree and an avocado tree in the yard, and there was a note in our Airbnb that said have fun picking the oranges and the avocados from the trees. Well, the only way to get to them was by climbing the trees to get them. So what were we to do? We climbed the trees and picked them. I mean, I was there for fun. I wanted to step out of my comfort zone, and apparently climbing up trees to get oranges is what you do when you're in Los Angeles. So, fun fact. The avocado tree, though, did not have any avocados in it because the very last one fell. I think it was the day that we got there, and it was like on the ground, not looking great. But I don't care for avocados anyways, so I don't care for oranges either, but I wanted to pick one. This photo, it's a little dark, but when you know the story behind it, it's actually kind of beautiful. My brother-in-law passed away last January, so January of 2020, and him and my sister had been married for a year, and he passed away, and when their 1-year anniversary came up, or when one of their anniversaries came up anyways, my sister wanted to go to his grave and get pictures because that was her first year without her husband. So she got in her wedding dress and we went out to his grave and we took some photos. And this is one of my favorites. It just was really cool, and it's, when you know what it means, it's beautiful. It was sad, but it was cool that I got to do that for her. So yeah, we went out to his grave and we took some photos there. Yep. This photo was a grand old time in Pennsylvania on top of Big Mountain is what this was. I was really excited to be there because I love nature, I love traveling, I love Pennsylvania, and I love photography. And that was all of everything that I just listed that I love is right there in this photo. I traveled there, it's Pennsylvania, I love photography, and I love mountains. So I was on top of Big Mountain where my two friends took me, and I walked right out to the side, this giant rock sticking out of the side of the mountain, and I was taking pictures, and I was happy, so I started dancing. I can't dance, so don't judge me on that. But yeah, I can't dance. Usually, like, my go-to moves are like something with the arms, or I don't know, bobbing my body up and down, but I got a little excited here, I guess. Yeah, that was insane to see. I just can't get enough of nature. God really gave us everything we don't deserve. Oh, this photo is really exciting because this was the first cover photo I've ever had in a magazine. I've had a handful of photos published in magazines now, and this one was really exciting because boudoir photography is not my specialty. I offer that service, but I don't do it very often. My specialties are wedding photography and senior photography. And so it was really cool that I've only done a handful of boudoir sessions, and this was the second session that I've ever done. In this photo, they published as the cover of this magazine, and I just think it's really cool, and I was really excited about it. So yeah, the Creative Collective magazine published it as a cover photo, so that was really cool. This photo, I was shooting this wedding, and they tossed the bride into the air. The whole bridal party and the groomsmen tossed the bride into the air because she used to be in cheerleading when she was in high school, and she was a flyer. So they tossed her into the air. Well, afterwards, I was jokingly like, you guys should toss me into the air. They tossed me into the air several times. It was a blast. I mean, I had fun. I like to have fun, so this is what we're gonna do. This kind of thing, you're gonna see me flying through the air. Yeah, that was a fun wedding. And if you can see that guy's face right there, he's like, "Oh no, oh no." So is that guy's face. But yeah, this photo, I have no idea who this man was. I was in Miami Beach a couple months ago, and he was just standing there playing his trumpet. I think he had a yeah, his dog is laying on the rock behind him, but he was just standing there playing his trumpet, and he was actually really good at it. And I was standing behind the trees taking pictures of him. Uh, yeah, it was really cool to be in Miami Beach. Actually, where he's at right now, if you walked to his left a little bit, there was a path that was called South Point Park, and I was walking along that path, and it goes along the edge of the port where the cruise ships come in and out. And there was a manatee that followed me from where I started all the way to the end. And I just thought that was really cool. And then there were jellyfish, and it was amazing. I really love nature and animals. If you can't tell, I appreciate them a lot. So this was really cool for me. And look at the greens and the oranges in this photo. That's just, I'm really proud of this photo. And this sky. That's a fake sky. I added that in. This photo was taken in a bar slash general store in Raymond, California. And this bar is over 100 years old or over 120 years old. Regardless, it's over 100 years old. We had gone here for breakfast, and it separated from the general store. So, like, you have to walk through a doorway to get to the bar. And it was really nice and dark and kind of like a reddish brown tone. And very warm, like this photo is, and these were the stools that were in there, and I just took this picture, and it was really cool because being in this store that was over 100 years old was it was crazy, and it's still functioning, and it was really cool. So that's one of my photos from this most recent time that I was in California. And then this photo was taken at Yosemite National Park. We wanted to go up there where those clouds are on the top of that mountain. This is directly across from El Capitan, but there was a snowstorm happening up on top of those mountains, and they like blocked the road off, so you can't go up there because it was snowing and storming so bad, and like the clouds were like blowing over to where we were, on this side of the mountain. So I snapped this photo because I thought it was super cool. And if I remember correctly, where that spot was 10,000 feet higher than where we were, if I remember correctly, and I could be remembering wrong, but if you're an expert on Yosemite or you're really educated on it, you let me know, because you'll know exactly where this spot was. It's the overlook to see El Capitan and I can't remember what the other mountains were called. I want to say the Two Sisters or the Three Sisters or something like that. Yeah, if you know where I'm talking about, comment below. This photo. So I've been really into composite photography or composite edits, whatever you want to call it, lately. And this one is one of the first ones that I ever did. In this photo, I took 6 or 7 completely different photos and made them photo. So it took me about 2.5 hours to make, and it's just really cool to me because obviously I was not at this place, but it looks like I was. It was cool, and everybody really liked this photo. So this was really cool. It was a composite edit. It took me about 2 hours to do, and it was 6 or 7 different photos completely made into this brand new one. And I just sit in my room and work away at these photos, and I guess I probably could have done something else with the birds because I don't like how they look like they're coming from my head. But yeah, that castle's not an original of the photo. None of the ground is. That rock's not. I'm not. The sky is not. It's all from different photos. This photo, where I live, Bay City, it's called the Friendship Shell at Winona Park, and it's right, like, in downtown Bay City, and we obviously live on the Saginaw Bay, here in Michigan, And anyways, this is right in the heart of downtown Bay City, and it's called the Friendship Shell because if you can see it from above like this, it looks like a shell. And then if you notice at the bottom of the shell where that like trapezoid and triangle looking thing are, that white spot in there is a I don't know what they call it, but we always call it the toilet seat statue because it kind of looks like a toilet seat. But if you're coming down Center Avenue, which lines up directly and perfectly with this, you can see through to the other side of Bay City to Vets Park. But that white statue is supposed to be like the pearl inside the shell. So I have a drone, so I flew it up as high as I could, and I took this picture. So it was really cool for everybody in Bay City to finally see why it's called the Friendship Shell. And that looks like it's the last photo. But yeah, if you saw this video and you want me to do tutorials or talk about photography or talk about travel or anything like that, comment below and let me know. I would love to start doing more, or if you want me to do vlogs about my interesting life, that'd be cool too. Comment below and tell me what your favorite photo was, what your favorite story was of mine that I told today, and I will comment back. Also, be sure to subscribe and like this video too. Thank you.